From Trump's ex-lawyer actually recording him without Trump actually knowing before 2016, to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's foundation no longer allowed to actually receive any money. Also in the news, we have a groom that took the picture a few years ago about the blue and black dress or the white and gold dress photo, pleads guilty to strangling his wife. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that photo. We're going to be talking about the right answer, and then we're going to be breaking down the situation because it's just disgusting. So without further ado, let's dig in.
Facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
So digging right into the Meghan and Harry situation, quote unquote delinquent, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's foundation is no longer allowed to raise money. So this is an article from the Daily Wire. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Archewell's foundation must stop spending money, and the nonprofit is no longer allowed to raise money after being found delinquent. In a letter from the California Registry of Charities and Foundation and Fundraisers, the Attorney General of the state, Rob Bonta, wrote that Archewell is listed as a delinquent with the Registry of Charities and Fundraisers for failing to submit required annual reports and or renewal fees. People magazine reported an organization that is linked to as delinquent is not in good standing and is prohibited from engaging in conduct for which registration is required, including soliciting or disturbing charitable funds, the letter added. The organization may also be subject to penalties, and its registration may be suspended or revoked by the registry. It continued, once you submit a delinquent record, you will be notified of the amount of any late fees that are owed. So I don't know what they're actually doing at all. Are they spending the money on themselves? It just does not say exactly what's going on. Oh, well, actually, this is a message from the foundation's website. Mission is simple: show up, do good, meet the movement by showing up, taking action, and raising our unparalleled spotlight to uplift and unite communities, local and global, through acts of service and compassion. They never really put out a statement because of this news that recently got revealed, so I'm not understanding exactly what had happened that they are listed as delinquent. Maybe they had a payment that they did not make, or maybe they are spending the money on themselves. Now it's just hearsay, but what we do know is the fact that these organizations are not something that you should be giving to anyway, because of the fact that they are not giving your full money to the purpose that you're donating for. They're taking like 50% of it, and maybe 10 cents for every dollar actually goes to the charitable means that you are donating for. So I would not ever donate to any of these companies hosted by like A-list celebrities or B-list celebrities. So no, I would never do any of this. I like to go to organizations that are accredited. I'm not going to list the organizations here, but I did do a vlogmas on this a few years back. I did donate every single day from December 1st to December 25th. And what had happened was I had to research all of these companies before donating, and I found that there was a lot of organizations that did not donate all of your money to the actual the charity that you want to help with. They actually just keep your money for themselves and all the board members. So there's a lot of companies out there that are actually really good, but then there's also a lot of companies that are actually really bad. Like this is one of the companies that are going to be delinquent. They're not going to be using your money for good. They're going to be just taking your money and spending it on whatever they want. Moving on to the next article, we actually have ex-lawyer for former President Donald Trump testifies that he secretly recorded him before 2016 election. So a one-time lawyer for former President Donald Trump testified on Monday that he secretly recorded Trump before the 2016 election while he was working for him. Michael Coen, who previously worked for Trump, said during his testimony at the former president's criminal trial in New York that he used his iPhone to record a conversation between himself and Trump in December of 2016. Coen claimed that the conversation was in regards to a supposed payment to former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker over an alleged affair between Trump and model Karen McDaniel. Coen, whose credibility has been challenged by Trump and other Republicans, claimed he recorded the conversation to show that Trump was going to pay Pecker. It was so I could show it to David Pecker, and that way he would hear the conversation, that he would know that we're going to get him paid. Mr. Trump is going to be paying him back, Coen said. I wanted him to remain loyal to Mr. Trump. Yeah, so classic excuses for recording somebody without their consent. How about you tell Trump beforehand, hey, I think that I should just record a quick clip of you and then record it afterwards. Why do you want to do it in secret? When asked if Trump was aware of being recorded, Coen said he was not in the recording. Coen said that he was going to be setting up a company to transfer all of the info regarding our friend David. Recording somebody without consent is not something that you should be doing, especially when you're in a state like New York or California that's illegal. So I don't know if he's going to actually get criminally charged, especially when you're actually working under oath and you have the client privilege of being a lawyer. So the recording came out as part of the testimony on Coen's claims about Trump's alleged relationships with McDaniel and Stormy Daniels. The supposed relationships with the woman are at the focal point of Manhattan's District Attorney Alvin Bragg's case against Trump. Okay, so see, I don't even understand why this is even a case. Whoa, did you have an affair with this person? Let's find the tea. Like, no, what are you even talking about? This is a court case. This is a court system. There's so many different crimes you could be on control of, but Alvin Bragg actually ran on getting Trump. So that's why he won. That's why he's getting Trump, quote unquote. So, Senator J.D. Vance, who attended the trial on Monday, ripped into Coen over the recording revelation. Also in attendance was Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall, Alabama Senator Tom Tuberville, Rep. Nicole Meliotis, Republican from New York, and Iowa AG Brenna Byrd. Michael Coen is a prosecution star witness. The guy is a convicted felon who attempted in his testimony that he secretly recorded his former employer, that he only did it once, allegedly, that he was supposed to help Trump. Does any reasonable, sensible person believe that what Michael Coen said? Coen previously pleaded guilty in 2018 to multiple crimes, including lying to Congress, and ended up serving time in prison. Yeah, of course, because of the fact that when you're a lawyer, you have client privileges, and you're using those privileges to have a blackmail type thing on your employer, because you're working for that person. Then I just don't understand what the mindset is behind that. The thing that the president is prevented from saying, which is a disgrace, and every single person involved in this prosecution is partially a Democratic political operative, Vance said. What's going on the inside of the courtroom is a threat to American democracy. Okay, and this is a real threat to American democracy because they're trying to lock up their political opponents, and this is not just a quote unquote threat to democracy like the mainstream media likes to call X or Twitter. It's not. That's a fake threat to democracy. A real threat to democracy is locking up a political opponent of the chief of the executive in charge, the president of the United States, the opponent for him, locking him up for years and years and years over something that he did 20 years prior is a real threat to democracy. And now that has no saying because of the fact that they say this 24/7. But if you were to look at real challenges to democracies and knowing what power is going to be taken away from the people if he ends up in jail, then you would know that it is a real threat to democracy. Moving on to the next article. Now, I've been waiting to cover this. This is actually the groom who took the viral black/blue and white/gold dress pleads guilty to struggling his wife. The man whose 2015 photo of a dress caused an internet sensation has pleaded guilty to strangling his wife. Kier Johnson, 38, recently pleaded guilty to attacking his wife, Grace, during an assault that occurred on March 6, 2022. People magazine reported he's previously been known for posting a photo of a blue and black dress and appeared the same as white and gold. So that's just wrong right there. Okay, so I'm going to show you this dress. This dress is black/blue. Okay, there's blue and black. If you see white and gold, you are crazy. You are not seeing white and gold. You are seeing black and blue. Okay, it's a black and blue dress. It is so apparent that it's black and blue that I cannot believe anybody with 2 IQ cells to rub together actually believes that this is white and gold. It's not white and gold. This is black and white. Black and blue. This is black and blue. It's blatant. It's clear as day. I don't understand when this first went viral in 2015 in middle school. I was in middle school. I was showing everybody this dress. Everybody was talking about this dress. Listen, I do not care what you think. I was in 7th grade. I was going around and I was saying, listen, it's black and blue. I don't understand where you're coming from. Why are you seeing white and gold? What is even going on here? White and gold? White and gold for this dress? What am I wearing? White now? I'm not wearing white. I'm wearing black. This is black. Okay, this is black. My hair is black. This is silver. Okay, we know what colors are. We know what colors are. My phone is black, okay? We can all agree that my phone is black, okay? Hopefully we can agree that my phone is black. We can agree that this is silver. We can agree on basic colors here. Now, if we were to look at a blue color, we would know that that is blue. We do not need to look at, well, this is white. This tissue is white, okay? This is black. Black, white. Now, we know that this black color is on the same exact color spectrum as the dress. If we were to look at something that's blue, which I do not have around here, then we will find out that that is the same color as the dress. It's just not making any sense to me. I just don't get it. I just don't get it whatsoever. Johnson was indicted following the incident, which involved him pinning his wife to the ground, stabbing her, and choking her. During that incident, he threatened to kill her and waved a knife. He reportedly told her, "Somebody's going to die." According to a testimony in the High Court in Glasgow, Scotland, on May 9th, The Guardian reported Grace called for help, saying, "My husband is going to kill me." Yeah, so this is just disgusting. I just don't understand why people would ever do this. I don't understand the mentality behind it. Is it a power move? I just don't know. I just don't understand what's going through people's minds when they do crazy things like this. I don't know. I cannot get into somebody else's shoes when they do stupid stuff like this. They need to think about their actions before they do it, just like we talked about in yesterday's episode. We need to actually have a polite society again and respect each other. He needs to have some respect for his wife, and he needs to spend a lot of time behind bars so he can think about what he did, and he needs to control his anger next time, because that's not something that you should be doing no matter what your wife did. It's disgusting. So, moving on to the next article, we actually have photos of a baby laying on the ground at Taylor Swift concert sparks outrage. Lost their minds. So, photos of a baby lying on the ground at the Paris stop of Taylor Swift's Eras tour on Friday might have gone viral, sparking outrage. Per Deadline, ex-user, a Taylor Swift fan account circulated an image that caught everyone's attention. Though the original post has been deleted, plenty of other social media users have been reposting the photos and shared others showing what appears to be a baby sleeping on a purple coat on the ground in the arena as other concert goers stand around. So the baby could get stepped on and they don't even care. Not to be one of those people, but I would genuinely call security if I saw a baby in the pit because it is not safe there. The original poster wrote on the post that was since deleted. Another post with 1.8 million views expressed similar concerns. Get your baby off the floor and go home, the user wrote in the caption. Yeah, completely agree. Get your baby off the ground and go home. If you cannot hold your baby, if you do not have a special carrier for your baby, then you are not meant to be at this concert, okay? And you need to go home. Put some Taylor Swift on. Tell Siri to play some Taylor Swift for you. You can listen to her sing her songs, I guess, at home, okay? The Eras tour is really not all that good. Okay, I liked a couple songs from Taylor Swift. I had the opportunity to go with one of my friends to the Taylor Swift concert. Really not all that good, okay? There's just too many people. You constantly get your feet stepped on. I was actually really close to her. I was at the pit, so I don't really recommend this whatsoever. You're just so close to each other. Everybody has seats, nobody's sitting, everybody wants to stand up, and then people are spilling their drinks on people because they're drunk, and I just don't get it. Like, nope. If I was to ever go in the future, I would probably try to get a chair right next to me, and then of course the seat right next to my other side is going to be the person I'm going with, so there's going to be plenty of room for me to actually move around without getting stepped on, without stepping on other people. Yeah, no, definitely not. The pit is very nice because you're so close, but also at the same exact time, you could just sit a little bit farther back and you can have a seat and you can have some space. Yeah, the pit is not a place for a baby like that to be put on the ground because nobody's paying attention to what they're doing. So, moving on to the next article, we actually have a Federalist article. We have new Biden rules aimed to entrench the deep state forever. So, if you think firing poorly performing federal employees is too hard, you're not alone. Most federal employees agree. Now, Biden has made the problem even worse. New regulations make dismissals of poor performing or substantive employees even more difficult. The rule enforces removal restrictions and prohibits the reclassification of federal bureaucrats. Okay, so the reason why Joe Biden is doing this is because of the fact that he knows that Trump is going to come into the White House most likely, and he's going to overhaul the system and trying to cut a lot of these jobs. So Joe Biden's like, before you do that, I'm going to do this. So no, not good whatsoever. The rule reinforces the removal restrictions and prohibits the reclassification of federal bureaucrats. This board regulatory change was built specifically to block the reinstatement of Trump-era reforms. The deep state will soon become even less accountable. Disgusting. The federal employee dismissal process is broken. Agencies take 6 months to a year to remove poor performers, followed by lengthy appeals that often result in reinstatement with payback if the employee wins. Agencies must typically cover their attorney's fees at rates of $400 to $1,000 per hour. Yeah, and this is the taxpayer expense here. We're paying for this, and Joe Biden's only making the problem worse by costing the taxpayer even more money. That's a solution here. Cost you, the average people, more money, and then say, well, Trump is the one that made the economy so bad. No, you're the one spending all the money. It just, oh my God, it's so mind-boggling. It's so disgusting. Joe Biden's just a slimy person. Why are you doing stuff like this? Do you even know what you're doing? Oh, sign Executive Order 92225. This makes sure that all of these people that are not even working get paid. Whoa. Like, what? Shut up. Like, go home, take a nap again. Maybe you pooped your pants. You need to actually clean yourself over there. You can have some of your helpers clean yourself over there. But then after you're done doing that, how about if you look at what you're signing before you sign it, because you're making America worse for everybody, not just the elites, not just the middle class, but for the lower class. Nobody can afford anything. And this is the solution to it. Make sure that people are not working, get paid. And then I have to sit here and work my butt off every single day. People around America, the middle class families, the blue collar families, need to work their butt off every single day to feed their families. And then you're going to make sure that people that are not working still have a job, and then they need to prove from 6 months to a year why that person is not performing good. And then if the lawyer was too good because they're paying $1,000 per hour for the lawyer, if the lawyer's too good and they can't fire the person, then they get back pay after all of that time about them not even working at the forefront of this. I can't even talk. I'm so mad. The very forefront of this started because of the person not working. This is just disgusting. For example, the Department of Justice suspended 2 prosecutors who withhold explanatory evidence from the United States Senator's defense team. The federal judge overseeing the case said that he had never seen such a mishandling or misconduct. Nonetheless, the prosecutors appealed and got the suspensions overturned on a technicality. The government restored 2 months of back wages and paid out $643,000 in attorney's fees. I'm in the wrong profession. I need to be an attorney for these people. 2 people in a court case that lasted about a month. You get paid $300,000 each person. This is insane, the money that they're getting. This dysfunction is all too common. Removing problematic employees is difficult in every federal agency. Just 0.5% of tenured federal employees were fired in 2023 for poor performance or misconduct. Surveys show that federal employees themselves object to the system. Half report chronic poor performance in their unit and must not believe their agency. Effectively address poor performers. Fewer than half of federal career supervisors feel confident that they can dismiss an employee for serious misconduct. Of course, and this is the exact same thing that happens with teachers, police officers, firefighters, every single person that is with a union. This is exactly what happens because you cannot fire the people that are not doing their job correctly and replace them with actual people that are going to do their job a lot better than them because of the fact that they're in a union. So now you need to prove without a reasonable doubt that this person did yada yada yada, and then you need to do yada 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 to actually, fire the person, replace them with a better person. It's disgusting, especially a police officer too, which we know police officers are generally good. There's a lot of good police officers, I'm not saying that, but there is also police officers that just take advantage of their power that they have, and then they can't get fired because they're part of a union. So if we really want to overhaul this whole entire system that people can get away with things that normally they cannot get away with, then what we're going to be able to do is get rid of the unions. We're going to make sure that these people are not on a special privilege board. We're not going to make sure that these people have immunity when they do something wrong. We're going to make sure that these people get fired when they are not working, because that's what happens in any other job in America. Any other job, you do not do your job correctly, you do not do the work correctly or fast enough, then you get fired. That's the job. If you do not do the job, then you don't deserve the job, and somebody else can do the job better than you. it's like explaining this to a toddler because Joe Biden has a mentality of a toddler. Toddlers, I would say that they have like one IQ cell, and then that one IQ cell bounces around inside of their head. Joe Biden barely has that one IQ cell. The baby's using the IQ cell and he has no brain to even use. He's like, what? And he's squatting while he's talking to the media like he's pooping his pants or something. Like, what are you doing? You're embarrassing the country. You're a disgrace to everybody involved in America, and you are a disgusting person for emboldening the deep state, which is a bureaucratic group of people that cannot get fired because of the fact that Joe Biden just made it worse. Not only that, but also gets union benefits and cannot even get fired if they do something wrong. It's disgusting. With that being said, we're going to end off this episode here. If you did like this episode and you do like the daily breakdowns that I have on the show, please like and subscribe down below because I do post new episodes of the show every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for enjoying, and I hope they have a great rest of your day. Bye.